Let's call this meeting to order. Please rise and join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Start out with the roll call. Alderman Smith.
Present.
Alderman Quinn.
Present.
Alderman Snyder.
Present.
Alderman Saunders.
Present.
Alderman O'Brien.
Present.
Alderman Osborne. Present. We have a quorum. Okay, first thing on the agenda will be the review and approval of the minutes from the June 4th meeting. It should be found under tab 4.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from June 4th.
We have a motion on the floor to approve the meeting minutes from the June 4th meeting.
Second.
We have a motion and second on the floor to approve the meeting minutes from the Board of Aldermen's meeting on June 4th, 2026. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Ayes have it, the motion carries. Next thing on to be the mayor's report. I have nothing to report this evening. Next on the agenda will be city clerk's report.
I really don't have a whole lot. Everything went really well this month with the imports and exports of all of our utility meters. I think for the most part, Justin, would you agree it went better this time than it has, or?
I really started to like the SNX, especially the work order feature of it. Helped them stay organized.
Yes.
Nice.
We're starting to push the work orders through the actual program, or they come and get the piece of paper, and they're able to stay on the field, do what they want, work orders go to them. It's pretty slick, really. And I think that's all I have.
Is that it? Okay, moving right along. The city attorney's report.
Nothing to report.
Authorized guest speakers. First on the list is the Monroe City Chamber of Commerce. Okay. Next thing on the list was CC Culp Traffic Safety.
Let's see here.
Okay. Board will now move on to new business. First thing we have is resolution number 2. This is a section 504 ADA grievance procedure that the board must adopt, and it will become policy. There's a copy in your folder under tab 4. I'm sorry, under tab 9.
So is this like a revising or something, or like a new requirement, or just filling in something we didn't have and we were supposed to?
This is a requirement for the CDBG grant that the city has applied for. The Regional Council of Governments is administrating that grant. This is something the city has to adopt. And in order to adopt this, there's a couple of things that have to be, or at least one thing that has to be resolved, and that is the complaint should be addressed to. There needs to be a position in that field. And so when someone has a grievance to file underneath this 504 Americans with a Disability Act requirement, then they need to be able, this has to spell out who they go to, who that complaint or grievance is given to. So what position would that be? I think in this situation, it'd be our HR person, typically.
Can we do an and/or?
Excuse me?
Can we do the person in the HR position or somebody else?
Yeah, okay, I'm sure, yeah, I don't know.
I do
Or
why
they're
not.
designated,
Yeah, I'd be willing to.
So what do you want me to pencil into this?
complaints should be addressed to the HR
Rep,
representative and/or the city clerk?
slash
Yes.
city clerk.
Does that need to be a motion?
Oh, yes, this has to be adopted by resolution. So you'll have to, someone will have to make a motion to approve this procedure. Resolution number 2.
I make a motion to approve resolution number 2, section 504/80A, grievance procedures with the addition to line 1 to add HR representative and/or the city clerk.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor to adopt resolution number 2, section 504/88 grievance procedure. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the floor to approve resolution number 2, the adoption of section 504/88 grievance procedures. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries. Any questions on that? Next thing will be CDBG, request for proposals, request for qualifications for demolition, asbestos inspection, and title services.
And these should be in your packet. Just listed who all was received, their quotes. Some of them gave just a flat fee for everything, some provided a certain amount per structure, and then the project total is there at the end for each business. We got several for the asbestos inspection services. We received one for the demolition inspection services, and we didn't receive anything for the title search services.
On the demolition services, that 425, that includes the commercial too.
That is what they put in there as their.
Would you explain that? That is an inspection service that verifies compliance with having performed all of the requirements within the bid specifications for demolition of the property. Is that what that means?
Well, for what it means, they will complete and document a preliminary inspection of each structure to determine the deficiencies in each structure. They prepare a scope of work, prepare cost estimates, bid documents, and other contract provisions. They will collaborate with the city and asbestos inspector to ensure CDBG requirements are met. They will assist with solicitation of bids for demolition, prepare change orders, approve requests for payment, inspect project progress, provide certification of completion, report to the city periodically on the progress of each project, and attend monitoring visits conducted on each property.
So they're kind of project managers on
They would
this.
oversee the demolition project.
So you only have one quote for demolition inspection services.
Yes.
That's it. Okay. Backing up to asbestos inspection services, we have quite the variance here.
I do have those with me if anybody would like to review any of them. All of the companies that bid, they are very familiar with this CDBG program.
Each of these.
I'm sorry,
Each of these.
each of them, yeah.
How many, Lori, excuse me, Alderman Glenn, do you know how many structures we're looking at in total?
26.
Okay,
It's on the
so,
list.
so, I have a question. GEHM Environmental, $700 per structure up to 10 analysis. If we've got 26, how would we determine what their costs would be? Can we assume
It's gonna be double
you would
that.
take the 18.2 divided by 700, take it times 26, or is
That's what I
that,
did.
that's what you did? Is that the 18,200? Okay. So that's all, that's for all 26.
These are all comparable, just, that. Is there a reason we wouldn't go with that?
Yeah, is the Roberts, I mean, are their credentials?
He provided his E-Verify, he provided his asbestos certification and everything, so yeah. He's pretty familiar in the area.
Roberts did plenty around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I make a motion then that we accept the low bid from Roberts for the asbestos.
Okay, we have motion on the floor to
Usually
accept the,
reviewed by council governments probably.
Oh, yeah, I guess we,
They probably will want to review
that's fine.
everything.
yeah, pending accept, yeah.
So you would make a motion, I would suggest that you consider making a motion to accept the bids from Roberts Demolition and Roll Off, tentative to Mark Twain Regional Council of Governments approval.
second.
So made.
I
And seconded.
feel like I just got strung out there for some reason. We have a motion and a second on the floor to approve the bid from Roberts Demolition and Roll Off, subject to and tentative to approval by the Mark Twain Regional Council of Governments in the amount of $7,850. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. The ayes have it, the motion carries. With the board's permission, since we have already moved past authorized guest speakers in a new business, may we go back to authorized guest speakers?
Did we need to vote on the demolition service inspection, even though we only got one, or
I'm sorry.
do we need to vote on the inspection portion, even though we only got one bid?
Yeah.
Demolition inspection.
You
Let's-
would,
Okay,
if you want
hold
to
on.
accept that one,
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, that way. I make a motion to accept the bid for demolition inspection services from Northeast Missouri Regional Planning Commission for a total of $11,050, pending review from council governments.
Second.
We have a motion and second on the floor to approve the bid from Demolition Inspection Services. Is that correct?
From Northeast Missouri Regional Planning Commission.
Say it again.
From Northeast Missouri Regional Planning Commission.
Okay.
Yeah.
Northeast Missouri Regional Planning Commission, the amount of $11,050. All in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Ayes have it, the motion carries. Okay, now may we go back to authorized guest speaker?
No.
No? Okay.
I apologize, I was like,
Yes.
I was at
She was
a
a
ball
ball
field
game.
and I had a problem getting out. Okay, so I was here 2 months ago and I found out the information. So if the city puts on an event, MIRMA will cover it under their insurance. So what I am coming to you all and asking you all to vote on is the 2 parades that we have in the year. We have 4th of July and we have Christmas. If the city would take over the parades and then the chamber will help volunteer to run it and donate to it. Both of them. I mean, I know it won't happen for this 4th of July parade, I get that. But from ongoing parades, that is what I'm asking. That would, I mean, a parade shouldn't cost us $1,000 to put on, and that's what the 4th of July parade is running us right now with all the things that, the banners, the flyers, the insurance. And so if we could just get rid of that insurance part, it would be a lot more feasible for us as a chamber. And I'm sure that people that donate to the chamber would rather us give money to advertise our businesses and get people in our community instead
Do
of.
we have to carry insurance for parades prior to Marma?
No, we
Do
did not.
you have that in an email or some form?
Maggie told me
Yeah.
that if the city has an event, that Murma pays for it. So
I mean, I didn't know this was on the agenda, but, I mean, I talked to some other cities.
I know none of them do it. I have
None of them
two.
do it, and the risk is that if somebody hits the gas instead of the brake and kills people, I mean, the city's then on the hook for that.
Your city, okay, so the city's gonna be on the hook for it anyway,
Well,
whether your insurance says you were neglectful or not. Whoever, if that happens, those people are gonna come after everybody that has their hand in the pocket. They're gonna come after the chambers, they're gonna come after the driver, and they're gonna come after the city, and probably MoDOT.
But there's a reason no other cities do it,
And what is that reason?
liability.
Like I said, you're gonna have the liability whether you want it, whether the chamber has insurance or not.
There's a lot more risk if you're running the parade than if you're just having the police. block
Your
off the
insurance
streets.
company has to find you neglectful to pay out.
Well, I mean, my advice is, we can look at it some more, but my advice would be to not do this.
But it's up to the council,
It is
right?
up to the council.
Perfect. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, I think there's a reason that the other cities don't do it. I mean, I'm not
So,
trying to rain on your parade, but
Well, I'm very saddened that nobody took the time to look into it when I was here 2 months ago. And the ones that didn't ask the proper questions to find out the right answers. And
I
so-
take issue with that. I
yeah.
did. And here's what the
And
problem
Ronnie and I
is.
discussed that a lot, Bess.
I did,
Yeah.
and here's what they're not telling you. Whoever sponsors that event, if the city was to do it, we are required by our insurer to make sure that every person on every vehicle has liability insurance, signs a hold harmless, and is a licensed driver, or they can't participate in the parade. Someone would have to manage that for the city, or our insurance will not cover us, period. And that's what they told us.
Then why didn't you bring that back to me?
I didn't realize I needed to go into that level of detail when I explained that we couldn't do it.
I didn't get an answer if you couldn't do it after you called them.
I'm not aware of the timing, so I'm not in a position to discuss it. I can't argue with you because I don't know. I don't know the timing.
But it's the council's
It's the
decision.
board- it's the
not
board's
Ronnie's
decision. It's
I-
not mine.
I understand that, and that's why I'm back, because I didn't get an answer, and I'm trying to, and like I said, we'll do the volunteering, we'll have volunteers to do whatever we need to do.
What are you gonna do for the other parades in town that have people that have parades in other organizations? They have to have.
And they would have to
What's
provide
example,
their
who else
insurance.
has parades or certified meeting?
High school.
Like a school or something.
Well,
school,
yeah,
yeah.
homecoming,
I was under
homecoming
the
parade.
impression that the school was covered by the school.
They don't have any, I've checked on that. They've not been required to provide insurance to the city, have they, in the past?
No, they have not.
I don't know that we have all the information we need at this very second to vote on that tonight.
I understand. I'm asking you to please don't sweep it under the rug and do your due diligence and just humor me.
What cities have you checked with at this point?
Macon, Palmyra,
So like the others,
New
local
London.
towns our size.
Everyone has Murma.
but nobody's ever questioned it either.
Because nothing's ever happened.
How often do we put that out for bid?
You know, I tell you, I talked to the risk
Never had
analysis
an issue.
expert.
Right,
and
but it only takes
either-
one slip.
He either misinformed me or I misunderstood. He said no one else does this around here.
No, they don't. Nobody else does it, but that doesn't mean that we can't.
No one else does, what did you say, sorry?
Nobody else's city has the parade, but that doesn't mean
None of
that
the
we
surrounding
can't.
cities that are insured by Monroe sponsor parades.
And they make the people that have parades in their communities provide
Yes, they do.
insurance.
Since we operate with taxpayers' money, is that an issue?
He brought that up too.
Well, I mean, taxpayers like parades.
You can make an argument.
Say,
Oh, sure.
put my taxpayer dollars on the parade.
Yeah, but you can make an argument that that benefited the city, I
Bullshit.
suppose.
I mean, I think we get a good number of people that come into town for both the Christmas and the 4th of July parade that get out and shop, and also ones that don't just live in the town, but people come from outside. I think there's economic benefit there for that. But
We need to find out if they're gonna raise our insurance if we start doing this.
How often do we put that, how often do we bid on the insurance?
We don't.
How often, does it not have to be done?
No, because it's state sponsored.
No, I mean, Myrma
Yeah.
is our
We don't-
insurance
It's,
carrier.
it's on the state bid list. We don't have to,
Oh.
we don't have to get competitive bids.
But if it's an event and they already cover you under the event, why would your insurance go up?
More liability.
the way Myrna's insurance works is they do like auditing, I guess is the closest I can describe it, but they do different things where they review your practices and all the stuff they do, and there's a points-based system, and depending on where you end up in the points-based system, it affects it can affect your rates. It can also affect whether they renew you or not. So it is, as long as you were, and the city did a really good job the last few years of getting moved up, in a higher tier. We were in some trouble there kind of early.
Okay,
So that's the way that they manage that.
okay, thank you
I
for
mean,
explaining
I
that.
don't know like with the fireworks, I think you would easily be able to raise the money for the insurance. I mean, the city doesn't pay for the fireworks anymore.
Correct.
So I think, I don't know, I mean, that would be the cleanest answer.
It would, but I'm coming to the council.
One other thing, that
Mhm.
Myrma isn't actually an insurance company.
Right,
They're a
remember.
risk assessment
Mhm.
association.
Sure.
So, of course, they are always looking out for our liability exposure.
Okay,
And so they do differ a little bit from an insurance
Mhm.
company when it comes to certain events and things
Okay.
like that. So,
yeah, perfect. I'm not coming at you all. And I'm not gonna be upset. I'm just asking to humor me. And, I mean, the chamber, we've been working very hard at getting our members up and getting our marketing and everything going, and, this insurance is just killing us, and we might have to say, we're no longer doing the parades. Because our money needs to go somewhere else.
When's the Myrna conference?
It's July, end of July. And we can always have Myrna attend a meeting if we wanted, or attend.
Maybe that'd be a good idea. And the board can ask all the questions they need to ask. You can come back and ask the questions you need to ask, and we can put this to rest.
Not me.
It's up to you all.
I'm good with that.
I'd be in favor of that. It's kind of unfortunate society nowadays, everything is done
Need a
by
motion?
liability.
Motion to do
rates.
that?
That's just
We
way
need
to
a mo-
roll down.
Sorry.
All right, thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Just let
Need
me
a
know when-
motion?
I will then, yeah.
I'll
Perfect.
make a
Thank
motion
you.
to contact Myrma and have them attend the meeting.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor to contact Myrna and have them attend a meeting for the purposes of discussing the possibility of future sponsoring of parades. Do we have a second?
Second,
We have a motion second on the floor to contact Myrna, have them come and attend the meeting, and be prepared to discuss questions and the potential of us sponsoring various parades in the future. All in the favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries.
Unfortunately, it will be after 4th of July.
And I think
Yeah,
she's
They're prepared for that, okay.
they've got the 4th of July covered, and I think what they're looking
As long
for.
as we know something by before the Christmas.
Yeah,
Oh,
what
sure.
what will happen in the
Well,
Christmas and homecoming, and
future.
Yeah.
I don't know, there may be more than that, I don't know.
might not hurt, we probably ought to have Tony the Grave here for that.
Not a bad idea. Have the
Mr. Gray.
superintendent of schools here,
Oh, okay, yeah.
since they have parades. And maybe we'll all learn something. Maybe we'll all learn something new. Okay, council committee reports.
Always the.
First thing we have is planning and zoning. I don't see anybody here for planning and zoning. Parks and recreation.
Yes, we did have a meeting. Get my mind back on track here. What all we discussed? You refresh my memory a little bit, Rodney?
We put a trash can at North Park in the playground.
Ooh.
Got that taken care of.
What about the outhouse?
They touched on them lily pads out to South Lake.
Yeah, talked about getting bids for spraying and doing the stuff that we had to South
Or
Lake.
trying to find somebody where they will pay for lily pads.
What about the bathroom at the North Park?
Yeah, that was all talked about.
Cause he's supposed to start, kind of when the weather clears up is basically what they were, they're talking about.
I thought you were horrified, but there's already a one. Yeah.
The last thing we're supposed to do.
We got a few signs to put up for that too, because there's some, the whole package requires a little bit more signage. Rodney has most of it covered, but there's a couple.
Handicap signs, they're already up. I think there was some other signs. Check it out.
Talked about they've gotten the list of, the tombstones to repair. That was going through.
They might haven't gotten any bids. I don't know if somebody wants to reach out to Damon and let him know where.
You drink too much water.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. He has a bid, he said,
Yeah.
Or if you know anybody else to reach out to, please do.
And they had, for the cemetery repairs.
Yeah, so-
Some repairs.
Who typically does that?
Booch.
Damon Booth?
Okay.
He's
Has
done
he
it
not
for years.
responded?
I don't know if he's aware of it.
And then they responded too that we've gotten compliments, I think, George helped clean the, cemetery entrance, and there was, positive feedback from that.
Yay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Like to help?
Okay, so I want to circle back on this inspection stuff. Since we didn't get anything back on these title search services, do we need to reach out again or just?
You know what happens with that one?
I don't for sure. I didn't know if you all had discussed that.
No, we haven't,
Okay.
but I can
Okay.
ask them, what
Reach out to Anna.
happens, yeah, she did probably have people that they use, yeah. So if they didn't receive any bid, they'll know what to do.
They will, yeah.
Okay. Anything else on park and recreation?
I think that's all the major business covered, so, thank you.
Okay, Economic Development Tax Board.
We don't have anything.
Give me a second. I'll try to remember.
You think that's supposed to have something?
There is a request that I received for to sign an agreement for legal services.
Oh.
And
You want me to talk about it, or you?
well, if you will allow me to. I read through it very carefully, and I understood that the board agreed. Did you get that motion pulled up? on what they agreed to do for the options, the option on the Moss property?
We voted to spend X amount of dollars on that law firm to begin discussions.
I believe.
Yes, and I read through that, and of course, John was asked to review it. John has a recommendation.
So my thought is, you've got me at the flat rate instead of hiring the guy from St. Louis at $3.45 an hour. If it's over my head, I can get somebody to help to save some money. So that'd be my thought. Yeah.
Which property are we talking about?
Lori, you wanna?
Yeah, it's the industrial park, the city owns 12 some acres that are going to some, personally owned, farm land.
Okay,
And the idea, if it was ever,
I'm with you.
Okay.
I remember now.
Okay. So we have to, begin those discussions, and, this law firm is just who I think they have made us done those in the past. So I think that was where it was, brought into, and then bringing you in. So, cool, you want me to just, what would you like me to do next with that? Just say if you are.
Yeah, I'll work on it and I'll be in touch.
Okay.
After talking with the city attorney, it sounded like that would be a very good value, and that would allow the economic sales tax board to spend their money perhaps in other areas.
That sounds wonderful.
If you're okay with that.
Yeah. I'm all about it.
All right. I will not
can't
do.
speak on all of it.
Well, that's fine, but I won't do.
I'm sure that'll be just fine.
Well, the fact of the matter is, I would have to have the board's approval to sign that document anyway. So let us know what you find out.
Okay.
Okay, moving right along. Administration committee?
Nothing.
I'll be getting with you probably next week on some things that we probably need to get over to admin and move along. One of those is going to be to formalize the pay scales that we've actually put together pay scales based upon filling certain job positions over the last few months, along with the ones that we used during the budget process. So what we're looking to do is get the board together, review those pay scales, and then I don't want to use the word codify, but at least get them into the policy after the formal motion.
Okay.
Next thing, operations committee. What do you got, Mike?
Nothing at this time.
That's part of your, yeah.
Oh, that's part of that?
Let me see, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So, the board has received notification from Chief Zach on the resignation from Dylan Hutton, and I make a motion to accept that resignation from Dylan.
A second. Right.
Wait.
There was no such resignation, and that was made clear to this meeting. It was a change of status from full-time to reserve. That is it.
Okay, the board would have to approve that.
No, he's already a current employee. He is going to a reserve position. That has nothing to do with the board, never has, and it shouldn't start now, just because it's staying on officer that's been being gone after for 3 years.
I mean, that Nicole's, I talked to the prosecutor, her understanding is that you have to resign, then you go over to task force and post test, or it has to be changed with his post license.
His post
For
license.
30 days.
His post license can be moved directly from full-time to reserve.
Well,
This is
her
how it's
advice,
always been done.
was that it would need to be 30 days to rehire him as a reserve.
He doesn't need to be rehired. He is not resigning his position. He is simply dropping to a reserve status. There's nothing in the state that requires somebody to completely be terminated to go to a lesser status. That is why it was directly on the papers put as a change of status, not a resignation, a change of status.
I saw
Been
a
done this way
resignation.
for a long time.
Do you have a letter of his, do you have a copy of what he submitted to you?
Got a copy of what I submitted?
No, copy what he
No, we need a
submitted.
copy.
I got a copy of what I submitted. Note that it will say change of employment status at the top and also what he presented.
They've already received this, I did email it to everyone.
And we've all got it.
And I do apologize if all I.
Do you have a copy of the letter that he gave you?
Yes, it is attached to
Yeah,
this.
it's on there.
I don't have that for his personnel file.
This has never been anything that's ever been addressed like this or brought forward like this in the past with any other employee that's ever went from full-time to reserve. Ever. So I don't know why we're starting now.
Well, what's the problem with dropping him as an officer and then having another vote to bring him back as a reserve?
Because I highly doubt there would ever be that vote, considering he's been being singled out for the past 3 years.
Who's singling him out?
Several members of the board.
I mean, I'm not
I
aware
mean,
of that.
literally to the point where we've had people follow him to his home, so that's a problem.
Well, who follows him home?
That isn't something we need to discuss right now. What we need to discuss right now is it is standing, and it has always been standing with this department, with the city, that whenever somebody goes from full-time to reserve status, there's nothing extra needed. They're simply downing the amount of time that they are working. That is it. And it has never taken any motion or any consent of the board to do so.
Well, it is the board, I mean, you agree that it's the board's discretion. I mean, they have the power to change status of employees.
Yes, I've also got the same ability to do that with direct employees under me as like a city marshal. I can also say, if I accept your request to go to reserve status, cut your time. It doesn't have to be the board that does that.
It's the
And it never
board,
has
it
been in the
is the
past.
board's responsibility to do all hiring and firing of personnel within the city of Monroe City, not the chief of police. They're all employees of the city of Monroe City, they're not the
They
employees
are,
of you.
and they are, and employees of the city police department can also be checked with the city marshal, the elected city marshal. If they are downgrading, it has always been the prerogative, and it has always been this way within the city. I can't come over here and guarantee him a raise without your all's permission, but I can say, okay, look, you're gonna cut your hours, you're going to decrease your pay, you're going to go off of our insurance, you're gonna go off of all these things. I'm not increasing anything for him. I'm simply saying, yeah, it's fine, we will continue to use you as a reserve. Since you've already been here, since you've already been employed, what is the practical purpose of making this person be gone for 30 days, getting rid of everything, then having to pay to have everything reinstalled, when we could have just kept everything in the first place? All we're doing is wasting money and getting somebody kicked out of the system that they're gonna need access to.
We'll just leave him in the system.
Ultimately, it's up to you all, but all I'm saying is this is something that, I mean, this is getting petty. This is something that, I mean, what are we arguing over? Over the fact that we have somebody who's been here full-time, who's dedicated a lot of time to us, and is still willing to sit here and give us part-time regardless of how he's been treated. And it's going to save us money in the long run from having to get everything reestablished. And it's also going to allow us to start using him now as a reserve rather than having to wait for another month. Because right now, I don't know if anybody notices, but we are extremely short-handed.
So is there a reason we can't do what you say? I don't know.
What does it look like for the vehicle that's equipped for Athena
Vehicle's
and
back.
Athena?
Vehicle's back, it's no longer his, it's sitting right across the street. It's no longer gonna be used by him unless he is here, working a shift, and it will be for here and here only. That's it.
I mean, I think we need to vote to sell him the dog for $1.
The dog is his.
I own the dog.
The city does not own the dog. The city has never owned the dog. The dog has been loaned to the city to be used at a $0 contract. He could have been charging, but he never has.
Well, I view it, I mean, I would advise to do a two-step process, to accept his resignation, and then you can leave his stuff on pending hire as a reserve, but that'd be another vote.
The problem is there's not a resignation to be admitted. There is not a resignation to be confirmed. There is no resignation. It is simply a change of status.
Well, he has a
He is
full-time
not,
position.
he is not
that he's
resigning.
occupying.
He is not resigning. He is simply changing his status. Resignation means I'm leaving the department. Change of status means I am just no longer taking a full-time status. I'm no longer going to be enrolled in our benefit plan,
Okay.
and I'm no longer going to be doing full-time hours.
He's going to another division full-time,
Yes.
another group.
Okay, so, part-time, or you want to use part-time or you want to use reserve?
No, not, I mean, it needs to be reserved.
Reserve is,
Okay. Rate 20. Okay, so, not full-time, no benefits, reserve officer, rate 20. Is that what you put in here? You agree with that?
his pay would also be reduced to the reserve pay, which is $20.
Right, that's what you put on here.
Yep.
Okay, where we stand.
You did an exit interview, it says. So is that, I mean, even though he's not leaving, is that normally the procedure?
You have to see what it was that caused his decision to seek employment elsewhere for full-time.
So the equipment that's in the vehicle that was custom for Athena to protect her, what happens to that?
The cage and everything that is with that vehicle stays with that vehicle. All other training equipment that the city purchased will remain with the city, and all training equipment that he purchased will go with him and the team.
What's our standard process on adding or removing reserve officers?
In the past, for as long as I've ever been aware, anybody who's a reserve officer, we've never even had to do anything with council. And that's even for a new hire because we have no standard of expectations for them or from them. We're not their primary pay base. We can get rid of them at any point in time. We can bring them in for a month to fill spots. As long as we go through the proper interview process, application process, that's how that goes. And in the past, anybody who was ever worked on a full-time status to a reserve status, they get check marked at the state level as being a reserve. And that is that. We pass the information over. they get taken out of the system for benefits, and their pay is adjusted, and that's that.
Do we have anything that says, is there a limit to how many reserve officers we can have, or is it just?
Only through
unlimited?
Monroe. Only through Monroe. We don't have anything on the city side, but Monroe does. However, with our minimal full-time staffing, we will still be within our range for reserves. I believe we can have up to 5 reserves at this point. We're only at 3.
Marma limits it at 5.
I believe so.
Didn't know
They have a
that.
reserve for sure.
Yes, there is a certain amount of reserves that they will honor.
Do we have a, I can't remember, I mean, how many, we have a cap on the hours for reserve? What is it?
Not that I'm aware of. Typically, we just use them to fill spots whenever we need spots filled. As far as having a hard set by ordinance or policy, I do not believe so.
I have a question. What do we have in place if he's working full-time plus hours somewhere else, saying that he's not coming in here over his recommended hours?
So that's something where we will have to be working with him directly to make sure, and also with the agency that he's working for. So it's not gonna be something where he can work a night shift at another agency and they come and work a day shift for us.
So you would just have to be in contact with his employer.
Typically, we'll do with them like we do with our other reserve officers. If they're on day shifts Monday, Tuesday, then they can do day shifts on our Wednesday, Thursday. They can work the opposite of their shift. That's that. They cannot work, like I said, they can't work a day shift at one agency and then come and work a night shift for us.
Is that typically what our reserve officers are, just full-time at some other agency and then?
Yeah, and that was the problem we were running into for a while with Benjamin Hodges and Chris Willock, is they were both on the same side. So we could only have them cover for one side of our agency. So if our A shift needed coverage, they wouldn't be able to do it because they worked the same days. They could only cover for B shift. And thankfully that has since been resolved and they're on separate shifts. But yes, that's how that typically goes.
Does Murray have a rule that says you can't work more than X number of hours in a day?
Yes. Yes, I believe it's a total of 12, 14, somewhere around there. But that is also all up to depending on what the situation is. If there's exigent emergency circumstances that cannot be avoided, then, I mean, it can't be avoided.
I'm fine with it because we have done it before in the past, and I'd say then after this, going forward into the future, if we want to make a policy or have where it's more, this, so be it.
I make a motion
I'm
that
fine with
we reclassify Officer Hutton as a reserve officer.
Okay. We have a motion on the floor.
Reclassify Mr. Hutton as.
We have a motion on the floor to reclassify Officer Hutton as a reserve officer for the Police Department of the City of Monroe City, Missouri. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion second on the floor to reclassify Officer Joel Hutton as a reserve officer for the Monroe City Police Department. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries.
Thank you all.
Moving on. Okay. Next is Board of Adjustment.
They do have a meeting and a hearing coming up.
That's July 9th.
We just.
think it's
July
9th.
23rd, I believe.
Oh, 23rd, so July 9th.
Oh, I don't have that with me.
It was too soon, I think.
That's too soon.
That's okay, but it's not.
But everything's been taken care of for it so far. All the neighbors have been notified. The property owner has got their notice. It's been posted at the property about the Board of Adjustment, and it's been put in the newspaper. So everything's been done. I just can't remember the date of it. So,
And it is an email. And I haven't had a chance to dig into it. Is there a quick, can we do a quick summary of what the?
yeah, so he is, from my understanding, he's going to be putting up a garage shed type thing, and it's gonna be 900 square feet, and our ordinance only allows up to 750. So he's gonna be going over 150 square feet.
Is that basically because it's a detached building from his main?
Yes.
Okay.
So we send notice that, we have to send notices out to all the surrounding.
It's all been done.
100 feet?
Yes.
Okay. That's over on Long Street, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Out in your neighborhood, right?
Hmm?
Is it out in your neighborhood? kind of
No,
street?
not really, so clear down the 900 block of.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
500 block.
further down.
Okay. Let me see, nuisance board.
We meet tomorrow.
Meeting tomorrow, okay.
Chief Jake does go for it.
I can go through our last meeting.
Oh, okay.
So our last meeting, we did identify some additional properties. We're transitioning from just vehicles to, obviously, overgrown grass, trash, all of those things now as well. As of to current, about 512. After that, I was out on medical, but up to that point, we'd already removed several cars off of public roadways by 72-hour tags. So those are ones that are in violation of state and or city standards for being on the public roadway. Of those, 3 were moved back on private property after being tagged. They're now under the nuisance ordinance, and we're following up with those. 13 citations were issued in total during that round, I believe out of 25. Attempting to locate owners for a few of the properties who are also going to be receiving citations. The problem we have right now is we're getting multiple owners for the same property, so we're trying to figure out with the county who was who and who was specifically on that. We had 9 properties baited, 11 are ongoing with significant improvements made, with a few of those having extensions made for an additional month. We have 14 additional properties that have been addressed with 23 vehicles upon those 14 properties, including 3 boats, 3 campers, and RVs. So for a yearly total at this point, it's a total of 82 properties that have been addressed, and approximately 9 cars that were towed by tow tags, 103 total vehicles, including boats and RVs. Of the 103 vehicles, 70 have already been abated. 10 remain to be abated. However, 23 remain to be abated. However, out of that 23, 10 were brand new issued, so they hadn't had time to act yet. So out of 103, essentially, we've got 10 right now that are going to be going to court and have not complied. And we do have a meeting coming up tomorrow morning to go over some additional. And that's that, unless anybody has any questions.
What time is that meeting tomorrow?
I would have to look. I believe it is 10 o'clock.
Okay.
It's 11.
11?
11?
Upstairs?
Yeah, I think it is, isn't it, upstairs?
Typically upstairs.
May I ask a question, Chief? When you cite a property for like overgrown grass or whatever, falls within the guidelines, does that, I could have asked Kim, I never thought about it. Does the citation go to the property owner or whoever's renting or leasing it?
You can go to either.
It can go to either. So if there is somebody that is currently leasing that property, that is typically who we will cite, because at that point, they're the ones that are in carrying control of the property.
Okay.
So that is typically who we will go after. If it's a vacant property, let's just use Monroe Community LLC. If it's a trailer sitting vacant for now, they're the ones that will be get that citation.
Maybe you can help me out on this, and I'll tell you where the curiosity came up, and I'm not gonna name names, okay? But, a property is being used by someone, and this is kind of paint a scenario and see what you tell me we should do. Someone had a property, it's not being maintained, the grass is, this tall, and there's junk parked all over it, and you tell the individual that's appears to be there, hey, you need to clean this up. And let's just say worst comes to worst, the city has to go in and they have to, abate the nuisance. And as directed by the city attorney, we would keep a record of how much money we spent, supposedly, or the cost of doing that abatement, and then we would put it onto the tax bill of the property owner. Well, the reason why this come up, I can't get specific here because it might violate somebody's rights. I could explain it to you, but separately. But if we cite the person who's, let's say, renting it or leasing it or using it, and they don't do anything, and then we turn around and we put it on the tax bill of the person that owns it, would they be right or wrong, come back and say, hold it, you never told me?
So typically, if we don't have somebody that is living on that property, so they don't have constructive possession of that property,
Okay.
we're going to give notices and citations to both the person that is suspected to be there and the property owner.
Answer my question, thank you.
And then the court can settle who officially.
Who to who, got it. I was looking at this property the other day and I was thinking about it, I'm going, this is gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If, and it's not on your list right now.
Yeah,
but
we got a
probably will
few
be.
that way. We've had to do a couple that way already.
Okay.
So.
Well, thank you for answering my question, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Any other questions?
No, I guess you'll be up here pretty quick if you want to stay put. Okay, department reports, police.
Okay, so obviously, we do have a change in one officer position going from full-time to reserve, which we've already went over that. With that, his patrol vehicle will be back at the police department, and that's where it will be staying. I am going to be training another K9. It will be free of charge for the city. This one's going to be for use of the school for vape pens, THC, firearms, and then eventually for bomb protection as well. We've already got the training, things of that nature set out for that. Like I said, it's going to be personally owned dogs, so the city will have no money that they need put into that program. Other than that, we are, I'm back for now, so we will be going back towards getting back on the nuisances. We did have to take a brief break from that, however. A lot of people from the last round of abatements, they do already have those abated, but we'll be working on that. We've also worked with a group here in town for some of our elderly and disabled who are unable to abate their properties. There was a group that was going around volunteering while we have the citywide cleanup dumpsters here to be helping with that. So if they do show up down there, some of those workers are from out of town, however, they are all associated with the church, and they'll have proper paperwork and everything showing what they're doing is from in town. The other thing I have is I did, while I was out, there was email going around about the demo grant, and whoever is assisting us with that, I tried to get back with her by calling her by emails. I've not gotten anything.
Is that Anna Hudson?
I believe so, yes. I've not been able to get a hold of her, so I don't know what is needed out of the police department.
I don't
If it's
either.
about the buildings themselves, we're not gonna have any info. All that's gonna go off of building
It
inspector.
is to do with, if I remember correctly, if there were any complaints that were associated with those directed. Do you have a list of the properties that were submitted for the grant?
No, so that list was with the building inspector. The only list we maintain is for nuisances of cars, trash, weeds.
Okay.
So
if I get you the list, the 26 properties that are are included in the grant, is that how you understand it too? Is that or not, do you know? If there were any complaints or any, I don't know, whatever her description says, only pertaining to those 26 properties.
We can look back into our system and see if we have anything.
Okay.
That might not go, that might go fairly quick, I don't know.
Yeah, well, we can do a property lookup, so I mean, that's.
So I'll get you that list, so you have it and then.
Okay.
And the other item she needed was the excessive force policy.
I signed that.
You signed the excessive force one?
I'm pretty sure I did. I signed it and sent it to her. Because all it is
I didn't
is
have
an
one to send
agreement.
anybody.
Yeah, all it was,
Excessive
did you get a
force.
copy of that?
I don't believe so. Excessive force, or like excessive use of force?
Here's what it is. Understand, I can't repeat it verbatim. I'll make sure you get a copy. What it wanted was, and he sent it to me, it said sign it, so I signed it. And basically what it says that we will not use excessive force to prevent someone from protesting in a public place or other place that they are entitled to protest, that we will not use excessive or bodily force to remove them or block them from those areas that they're entitled to protest in. And this is where you have to figure out what that means.
Yeah, and that's fine. We've already got a policy probably very similar to it from Irma, as long as they're in.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
As long as they're in dedicated areas.
Look, I apologize. I'll get you a copy of that.
Okay.
It was something they sent me in several other forms.
And there are several emails that I have not gotten. We've had Tiger Hawk, how many days now?
Pardon?
How many days?
Several days this week, several last week,
Yeah.
I believe weeks before that.
Yeah, so they've touched just about every piece of software and hardware we have inside the building, trying to get things figured out. Still having issues with our emails. I've actually got 3 people right now that are completely locked out of our system, meaning they can't even log into a computer, they can't log into a tablet, our reporting system, any of the inside computers, they can't even log on to the computer to access any of that. Still have mail that is just going straight to our delete boxes or our trash box, then deleting within 30 minutes. That is something, one of the things they were looking at, still having problems with that. Camera issues. Now we're having issues with our Ethernet. Right now we've only got one computer that will actually connect to our printer and copier. So every piece of information that we have to print out, we've got to go to one certain specific desk to be able to do so. So that's something that's been ongoing. I've reported that several times throughout the year, and it just keeps happening. They're trying to figure out whether their system is seeing our report system as a virus and blocking it, or what is going on. But for some reason, so last week I was locked out for 3 days out of computers. I cannot access a single thing. So we're still trying to get all that figured out.
Gee, don't forget about the copy scanner that doesn't work with Monroe.
Yes. So Marco, and we're trying to figure out what that is, because that started after they came in. We don't know if that copy scanner is down or if there's a lapse with connection to the computer or what it is. However, we're restarting it 15 to 20 times a day just to try to do copies. not even fax, email, or anything of that nature.
So is it giving you trouble with copies as well as the printing and everything?
So if I were to take and put these on and try to just make a copy through the tray, it may not do it. It might do it on first try, it might take 10 tries before it finally goes through.
What does Marco have to say about that?
Margo's not real responsive.
How long is left on that
And,
contract?
and every time you talk to Marco, you're paying a price to talk to him.
Yeah, $75 a call.
Can they at least change your time frame on your parent folders for your junk and your delete? So they don't delete after 30 minutes, that it's at least,
Well, and that's the
24
problem,
hours.
is they'll reset it to where we're not having issues with it. We might be good for 3 days, then it goes back. We might be good for 3 months.
you've
and
got a
then it goes
virus
back.
or something.
And we
something
don't
going on.
know why that is happening. So they are, like I said, they're trying to get all of that under control and get all of that figured out at this point. With the copier and fax printer, all of that, we're trying to get Tiger Hawk while they're here to check everything they can to make sure it's not something from their system disabling that communication with the printer before we call and have to spend buku money with Marco to come down and check that.
Chief, did we have I don't remember, we had some sort of discussion about that printer and some contract or lease or something. Is there something we should do different?
The lease is up in September
Yeah.
with Marco.
And honestly, I don't think we just do away with that and go buy something.
Buy our own printer?
I'm thinking we buy a printer from Walmart, Home Depot,
Okay.
Staples, something like that.
Have they looked at the retention policies that they've got set?
That I don't know,
Because that can cause that.
but I do know the other problem we were having with Marco is, so they do have for lack of better words, a CPU that does a count and pushes all this information to them. Does a count on all of our black and white
Right.
prints and then also all of our colors. I just found out that that had not been sending out information, so we were paying the max. The max of the contract. We were never once notified this information was not coming in. We were never once notified that they were not getting that information. So that's something we're in the process of talking with them about right now too.
What, do you have a idea of what we pay them for that lease? You don't have to get exact.
It honestly, it depends month by month and depends on our usage. And honestly, I couldn't give you a rough guess right now.
Can you put that together for us?
Well,
And we can
I guess I was thinking that maybe he might recall a past month or something, and we
I'm
can
wanting to
compare that to what it would cost to go buy
I'm wanting to
the
say
best
we're-
printer at Walmart. You probably buy one per month.
Yeah, I'm wanting to say we're typically, and don't quote me, but I believe we're around 180 a month, just for the ticket service part. So,
And then we pay a lease on the machine, right?
Who do we have for the city hall copier?
Or, I think it's copier center or something like that.
Yeah. Might be time to.
Well, you know, he
look
brings
at
up a good
the-
point, and I'm certainly no expert in copiers or anything like that, but if you, I would be willing to guess, and I'll be maybe wrong, that you could go buy the most expensive printer at Walmart.
And
If
it
it
lasts.
lasted a month, you could replace it every month and still be cheaper than what we're doing right now.
But then you'd still have the problem of configuring all the computers to print to it.
I don't
And
know.
if it can keep up with the volume.
I
So
don't
you
know.
have to remember the printer
Standard.
cartridges and all of that, that's
Yeah,
usually
the
what.
cartridges
costs.
The
are
printer
more than the
cartridges
printer.
are as much as the printers.
Yeah.
More than the printer.
Well, anyway, we gotta look at something in September anyway.
Well, I was gonna ask about that. Does it auto renew if you don't cancel?
Yeah, that would be.
We
That's
need to
something
make
we'll-
sure.
That's something we'll
Well,
talk
We
about.
need to
Worst,
check that.
worst case, you contact Barco and tell them we're canceling it now. I mean.
Because they might require
effective
like a
September 30th.
30-day
Good point.
cancellation or
Yeah.
something.
Because unless the chief tells me I'm wrong, we're probably gonna look for somebody else to provide a printer.
That's what I'm saying, yeah, that's why I'm asking.
So we just go
because we
ahead and
don't have
draft
any
the letter.
stuff to
I don't believe I believe once the contract is up, it's up. However, I'm not positive on that.
Draft the letter and send it anyway.
Might not
That's
hurt to have a
something-
second set of eyes on
Yeah.
that.
So that's
Yeah.
something that we can contact them and make sure on.
And give them
Some
3
of them
weeks.
is probably new.
For-
Yeah.
For communications with you or other members of, official communications with you or other members of the police department between city administration and your department, how do you want us to do that going forward? A text message, phone call? I mean, if email's not working,
If it's vital email and we haven't answered by the end of the day, just call us.
okay.
It would probably be the best way.
Is
So,
it coming
that's-
through on the phones?
Do what?
Is your email coming through on the phones and just not on your laptops? Or it's just not coming through at all?
It's not going to be at all.
Okay.
On some of them, like I said, we got some guys that are completely locked out. One of the emails, they even weren't able to figure out, so they just had to create a whole new email for one of their officers.
My notification can hit miss.
And a whole new account, so. But the other thing to look at is we've got, I think, 4 or 5 different firewalls that we have to run that they've got to try to integrate with. We've got
How many
rules.
G's used to have before Tiger Hawk?
Before Tiger Hawk, we had the same number, but we have to have that for mules. We have to have it for CJIS, or the Criminal Justice Information System. And we have to have additional backgrounds for our reporting system. And then for our camera evidence system, all of those all have to have their own firewalls. So, like I said, this could be something where those are triggering alarms with Tiger Hawk and then shutting us down when we're accessing them. But we still have no clue as to why random people are just constantly being locked out altogether.
I don't know what the next step's gonna be. I mean, at some point in time, you gotta put your foot down and say, we've messed with this long enough.
So I have to look at yesterday's, but check when I get back over there.
Okay.
Yeah, other than that, yeah, that's all I got.
Can we go ahead and resolve this training issue? The training,
Oh,
you sent me an email, the training,
Okay, so Hutton has been our firearm instructor for the past 4 years, I believe.
okay,
He actually was for a half a year before he was even employed by us. With him being reserved for us, and it has already been talked about with him and his new full-time employment, they do not have the ability to get him through the instructor school. However, if we put him through the instructor school, we are still allowed to get, and we will still get our 2 qualifications per year for free training up until this certification is done, on top of any other qualification courses we're wanting to do and any other range days that we're wanting to do. So going forward with this isn't something that comes around a whole lot. They're typically every couple of years. And they've got very limited seating. So I would say it's in the best interest of our department to go ahead and put him through the firearm instructor class. And we will be able to continue to use him just as we have in the past, up until this certification is done. At which point, if we wanted to look at putting somebody else out there, we can. However, like I said, he's already certified, he's gonna be doing a recertification, it's gonna be cheaper than sending somebody through a full certification class. But these are requirements that we have to have by the state to have qualification every year, and Monroe requires an additional 2 qualifications every year. And then we have our own, essentially set amount of dates that officers have to prove proficiency throughout the year at the firearm range. So those are less like qualifications, more of running our guys together and having them work as units as they would on streets.
And
So-
none of your other, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, so if we basically send Officer Hutton to the training school, it's a renewal of his training.
Yes.
And that qualifies him then to instruct the other officers.
Yes.
You mentioned some free trainings or free certifications. What do you mean with that?
So if we were to go to another agency, we're gonna be having to pay per person to go down and have them do trainings. And that's one of the good things about having your own trainer is you don't have to worry about their ammo price. Some departments will let you bring in your own ammo to shoot. There's a lot that won't. They want you to shoot their ammo because it's getting old and they want to get rid of it, get new stuff. So you're paying for their ammo, you're paying for their time, use of their range, their paper, their certificates. As where if we are doing this in-house with our own trainer, we're able to expend our old ammo that's going out and replace that with newer ammo, and we don't have all the overhead and everything else. So all of our guys are getting trained for free by our own trainer.
And how
Oh, so
long
you meant 2 trainings that they would have to do somewhere, but it would be free
Yes.
to us essentially to do. Okay.
Yes, and we would have to rent out ranges at least three times a year. And pay for the ammo at least 3 times a year, or however many instructors are gonna have to be there. However much of their targets we take up, however much damage we do to their backstops. Those are all things we would have calculated.
And how often does he have to recertify, or a person in that position?
This one is either 3 or 5 years.
For the instructor.
For the instructor.
Okay.
Yes.
Because now you guys get to go down to the range on the dam.
Yes, we've got,
Reasonable cost or free.
yep, the Corps allows us to go down there and use those, and we also utilize Harris for our long gun qualification since they have a larger course, and we can also do that in wooded areas, so.
Do you know what the cost difference is to recertify as opposed to certifying somebody?
That I have not looked into a new certification, or a full certification, I guess I should say.
Okay.
Both of them I get are costly. I mean, neither one of them are exactly cheap, but I do know that we would be saving to do research.
My only thoughts on that, I understand the saving money for recertification. Let's say he loves his other job and doesn't want to come back and play with us anymore. And then we've got full-time officers that we could train to do.
Yeah, and he's agreed to sign a contract that for the duration of this certification that he would be willing to sign a contract on that.
You mentioned for the duration of this certificate, are they doing away with this particular?
No,
certificate?
so it's only good for so long, it does expire, so once his license or his certificate to do that training expired, that contract would be up. However, like I said, he's willing to sign a contract stating that for the duration of this certificate that we pay for, he will provide all of the trainings we need at no charge to the city.
Sounds good.
Do we have a number for the training yet? Are we approving the number now, or when will we have?
It was
to do this?
1,200 for
It
the,
is 1,200.
for something, and then we had to have the hotel.
And then we had to have the hotel for the, I don't know what the hotel pricing was. I know it was right around $450, I believe, for the actual training,
When does that have to be turned in?
as soon as possible.
So like
I don't
under
think the training's
2,000?
till October.
Yeah, it's
It's a
October.
new fiscal year, actually.
Well, okay.
So it'd be in next year's.
So
budget.
you got the $1,200 for the training course, and you've got
450
$450 for
for
the
the actual
hotel?
cert, for the cert, right?
No, so it's $1,450
Oh.
for the certification. And then we would have,
1,200,
it'd be $1,245, sorry.
Oh, okay, I messed off, I left off the $45.
$1,245 for the class, and then whatever the additional was
Hotel.
for hotel.
how many nights?
I don't remember.
Do you remember how many nights that was? I don't recall. Three or four nights.
In St. Louis?
This one's in Iowa, correct?
Why in Iowa? Is it someplace different all the time?
Yes, and we use Iowa a lot because Iowa, they use a lot of DOD money to drive down the costs of a lot of these classes.
You're on bases.
Yeah, so there's a lot of times where we can try to get free housing in the barracks instead of having to use hotels.
I was gonna say, yeah.
So we try to stay on their good side so that if they start filling up, we can get in.
Okay.
That's good, that's good.
So do we?
And we can get the exact amount over,
Yeah, this will, the council will need to act on that.
Okay, we would need we need a motion to authorize Officer Hutton to attend.
Well, we don't know the exact dollar amount yet. I
Well,
think, when are you gonna get it?
Yeah, but what do
We
you,
wanna say
what
up
do you
to
think?
2,000?
can we move to have him go ahead and apply to reserve the spot and then
Yeah.
next council meeting, we
Yeah.
determine.
Yeah,
Okay, I need a motion on the floor. I need someone to make a motion to authorize Officer Hutton to go ahead and apply for the instructor training. So move. We have a motion on the floor.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the floor to approve Officer Hutton to apply for the instructor's class course. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So we'll have to go ahead and get this stuff all put together. Do you want to wait until we get the exact dollar amount, or you want to do it up to?
No, I wanna wait.
You want to wait? Okay.
We will get that over as soon as we can.
Thank you very
That's all I have, unless
much.
anybody has any questions.
Real quick, John, regarding Hutton's letter, do I need an original or is a copy okay for his file?
I think copy's fine.
Good
And as
enough.
far as the exit interview, do I need that first person on file?
It wouldn't hurt.
You need to change the lingo to not say part-time.
It says reserve. Motion was for reserves.
Reserve is what we typically go by, but
Yeah.
it's the same thing as part-time. and
Yeah.
Well, the
normal.
council voted for.
Reserve, so I think it's handled.
Okay.
I think it's handled all in
Okay.
Saunders. I
Okay.
think it's handled
Good.
perfectly.
And we'll get that stuff.
Thank you, Chief.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, now what we have next is water.
Try to skip George.
Just testing it.
Yeah, that was just a little bit on purpose, I think, so. Okay, in your package, you should have had a product trial form from Swan Analytical Instruments.
11D.
This is a monochloramine analyzer. So that is the disinfection process that the city is currently using at the water treatment facility. And this company is willing to bring a unit to us. We will have to hook it up and we'll be able to use it for 30 days. for a test period. And I need you guys.
Is this, may I interrupt, is this the, I'll use the phrase test equipment because it's easy for me to say. Test equipment that you will utilize to determine the performance of our efforts to reduce disinfectant byproducts?
Indirectly, yes.
Indirectly.
Because we are now using monochloramines as a disinfectant, no longer chlorine as a disinfectant. So this is going to give us information pertaining to the correct percentage of monochloramines that we are putting out into the systems, which, yes, if everything is correct, the TTHNs, total trihalomethanes, should be reduced or eliminated. The production of them will be eliminated as long as the monochloramine mix is correct.
And there's
So-
no other way out there less than $12,000 to do this?
This is actually $15,000 cheaper than the other option that is out there. We
Well, you were
current-
great at that response, weren't you?
We currently can test for monochloramines, and we do on our benchtop unit. But we have so many other tests, we can't continually test and test, where this is gonna give us an up to the minute issue. So if our chlorine goes up, that means our monochloramines will go down until we bring the ammonia up. This is gonna really give us more data. It's gonna give us up to the minute data.
Will this help reduce chemical costs?
In the future, when we go to flow paste, yes.
Say it again.
When the system can go to a flow paste chemical addition, yes. Right now, it will possibly help us some. Yes. I don't want to promise that this is going to save us money, it's going to save us chemical money. What it's going to do is it's going to keep the monochloramines more consistent for us, because we'll be able to watch and you know, whether we got to raise the ammonia or lower the ammonia, because that's all we have to adjust. The chlorine is fed well in advance of where this is at, and then the ammonia mixes with the chlorine, which then produces the monochloramines, which is an hour after the chlorine is actually added. So in that hour between where the chlorine's added and the ammonia is added, that's where the total trihalomethanes are being produced.
Okay, so is this in the budget?
It was not budgeted.
Ew.
This is no cost. This is a 30-day trial.
That doesn't get me into the next fiscal
$12,000.
year.
$12,000 trial.
No, there's no cost. The 12, if we decide to purchase the unit is $12,405.
Oh.
The test is free, so all I'm asking all that I'm asking for tonight is for the mayor to sign. Are you putting your hand up for me?
No.
Okay. Is to sign.
That was a hands up to cease debate.
Okay, yeah.
Free.
So-
Because I'm going to finish the conversation part that you haven't discussed. The customer at its own cost and expense shall fully insure the equipment against all perils, including but not limited to burglary, theft, fire, and vandalism. Now, it doesn't say if you drop it and break it, rebuy it, but I'm guessing the answer is yes.
People service insurance would actually cover if we were to drop and break this unit. But this unit will be mounted on the wall. It won't drop, it won't break.
Are they doing it?
But thanks for trying
Who?
to read on
Swan?
No, we will be installing it.
So what
So
we,
if people services does that, are they the ones that sign this then?
No, because it's for the city of Monroe City.
So is this kind of like, here, play with this puppy, and we've had this puppy for a month, and at the end of the month, we realize how important this is, and we,
Then I come back and ask for the 12,400.
And then he can tell us, it's gonna save us money.
right,
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, I'm not sold.
Are you familiar with these at all?
I am familiar with a monochloramine analyzer, the more expensive one. We used it in Hannibal, and it was a Hawk product, and I hated it. So when this guy walked through the door and told me we have a monochloramine analyzer, I said no. I don't want anything to do with them. They are such a pain. But he gave me a list of water plants that currently use this. It doesn't use the reagents like the Hawk one does. It's a different process. And every operator I talked to said you put it up there, keep it clean every 2 years or whatever. You have to change a probe. It's no big deal.
So in the future, would this replace the Hawk?
No. This
It would be
does
in
not.
addition
Totally
to-
separate. It's a totally
This would
separate
be
test.
in addition. So in the future, if we get the grant that Cleaner has applied for, we will get a SCADA system at the water plant. Then the SCADA system will be measuring the chlorine, how much chlorine is there, and then it will know exactly how much ammonia to add based upon the results here.
So
We
this
don't
measures
have that
it.
right now.
Sends feedback to the SCADA system. The SCADA system alters or changes the amount of product it's putting into the water. So this is a component we would have to have eventually, no matter what, if we get the grant. If we don't get the grant, it still gives very valuable information on, I'll use the word countermeasures, or measures that we can take to address the results this gives us. So what I need from the board is a motion or not, approval or not, to sign this document.
One last question for me then, is this is related to the excess stuff we've had in the water that's been keeping us out of compliance a lot
Yes.
over the last years.
Yes. Yes, so, and once we convert from free chlorine to the monochloramines, that's when the TTHM production stops in the water. As long as we keep that ratio perfect, but it's a 10-minute test for us to actually get that information off of our bench top, where this is going to give us immediate information. And if our chlorine goes up and we need to increase the ammonia, this would give us that information.
and would it be an automatic thing where it would automatically adjust the feed,
Currently, no.
or could it be?
Future, yes,
Once
you get the
that
grant.
SCADA system is
Okay.
installed, yes.
Okay.
It would treat by the flow.
Uh,
Is that what you
yes.
said?
It would be flow-based, yes.
I make a motion then that we authorize the mayor to sign the test agreement.
We have a
Trial
motion,
agreement.
motion on the floor to authorize the mayor to sign a standard trial agreement with Swan Analytical Instruments. Do we have a second? Second. We have a motion second on the floor to authorize the mayor to enter into a standard trial agreement with Swan Analytical Instruments. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Ayes have it, motion carries. Next is the leak detection that we've all been talking about for months.
From Westrom, they have provided us a quote for $3,500. That is to come in and leak detect the entire system using sounding equipment, which is the way everybody detects for leaks. He will have a large enough crew and they will be able to do it in a 1-day period. And they will provide us with information where every leak they find is at, what the quantity of the leak they believe it is. I do want to warn or caution everybody to think that this is going to give us the silver bullet or smoking gun, because PVC is very, very hard to sound. PVC does not carry the sound of a leak through it. So they are going to be listening and listening to every single valve, hydrant, water meter, and they should be able to hear if there there's leaks close by, but if there's a long stretch of PVC pipe, there's a good chance that they would not hear it if there was a leak on them.
How much of our system is PVC? Roughly.
I'd say 60 to 60% or so.
Okay.
Yeah, because everything new has been PVC.
I mean, they found one leak and it's gonna cover this.
Right.
Yes, it did,
I mean,
it could, yes.
It's action. We've
Yeah.
talked about it from us and we've talked, okay? And this is a form of corrective action where we go in and we have them analyze it. And I would be very surprised if they don't come back with multiple observations that we can utilize to eventually pinpoint where leaks are at and take remedial action to resolve the issues.
Because we're still got a significant,
Yeah,
What's total, Danette, what was the total we talked about, Dennis? Total,
Of losses?
Yeah.
I believe it was 30.
30 million gallons
That's not a month, are you talking
Year.
annually? Yeah.
year.
I'm not sure, I give it to you on the monthly report, so my monthly report in there should have
Yeah.
your
like
loss.
30
Anyway,
25%, yeah.
Yeah.
One would think that there is probably multiple causal factors, which would include obviously leaks and also perhaps metering issues, because that's a lot of water, and I would think something would be floating down somewhere, wouldn't you?
Is there
I mean,
any
it's
way
just
you can
logical.
go back and do a 12-month, put all of your numbers together and see if we can see a significant jump in any particular, or if it's truly just been gradual?
Yeah, I can give that to you, that's no problem.
Yeah, so if suddenly one day
All right,
it bumped up to,
so we
It
need
wouldn't be
a,
by day, it's gonna be by month.
a month where it jumped up, well, I mean, try to narrow it down. I mean,
the chair would request a consideration of a motion to authorize the purchase of the services from Western Leak Detection.
I'll make a motion for leak detection.
We have a motion on the floor to employ Western Leak Detection in the amount of $3,500 for a one-year agreement. Do we have a second? We have a motion second on the floor to enter an agreement with Western Leak Detection, one-year agreement, $3,500. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. The ayes have it, the motion carries.
Anybody has anything else?
how's the internet doing?
Today it was really, really bad. It just, we get on and then it dropped down to nothing, and then, but then it came back. It seems like windy days are worse. So,
So what days are worse?
windy and rainy.
Have you happened to call them about that?
I did not, because my guy just told me, hey,
Yes,
this
I
thing
would.
did that, but now it's working just fine. Well, there's
Right.
no need to call when it's just fine.
Well, what I would think is just make a note of when it does that, so you can have several time frames, so that maybe they can go back and look and see hopefully where the issue is. Maybe the thing's loose or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I did want to ask about the Century Link or Brightspeed, whatever it is. Is
Yeah.
that, have they, because it has not been disconnected, have we quit paying for that yet?
Well, if nothing else, what I would suggest is call them and drop it down to a dry DSL, which is only the DSL, and get rid of the phone line. That would at least probably cut it in half at least. Because we're paying $150 a month for that,
Right.
as it stands.
Plus you're paying for Mark
Yeah.
Twain also.
Right, which is 65. And I don't know how long it's not gonna be too long where they're not gonna have DSL. So,
Right.
I don't know when it is, but
Yeah.
they started that process.
Well, I switch back and forth on the computer I work on just because I have to be connected. And right now I'm on Brightspeed because a week or so ago I couldn't get on Mark Twain. So, all right, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, George.
Thank you.
Okay, next on the agenda will be electric department.
Hello, everybody. Try to be quick. First thing, Rawls County, I got a hold of their superintendent. He got a hold of their engineer, and they're not interested in taking over 2 customers at South Lake. It's not a big deal. It's we could splice the wire, we could move the pole 100 feet and get it to where,
Bury it.
yeah, I don't know what time frame, it's gonna have to be a little drier to get in that ditch and get that done. But we have the material in stock to do it.
Oh, we know now.
Second thing is H&B Bank. I just want to keep you aware of a development that their transformer at that bank is failing. We did have our first outage in a month and 15 days at that bank on the 13th. It was just a half power outage. We got it back in working order, but it's the second outage they've had in 8 months, and I think it's failing. I think we need to replace it. It's an expensive transformer.
Is that,
I'm working on getting quotes for it right now, but I just wanted to keep you aware of it. I have a backup plan. The backup transformers that we bought earlier, we can use them to cover the event of total failure.
I know on new service, we purchase it, but then the company reimburses us. Is that
Commercial, the commercial business pays for 100% for the new service. I believe our policy is that we will maintain it after they purchase the original.
So it's on us to replace it now?
Yes.
How old is that transformer, any idea?
50 years old, I don't know, 40 years old, it's
So-
old, very old.
Got the useful life out of it.
It's the original to that shopping center, which was done in the 80s.
It looks like the very first transformer they put in.
You'll be
And-
getting replacement cost bids.
I can give you an estimate of, well, I've only got a quote so far, and it seemed really out of line. It was 18,000 for their quote, and I didn't think that was.
Is that one of the areas that you're looking at going to
7,200?
Yes.
7,200?
So, I mean, one of the things is most of the other transformers are dual voltage transformers in that shopping center. And this one isn't. It's
Okay.
original 4160, so this would upgrade it to a dual voltage, so it'd be ready for.
Where does that geographical location fit into your plans to start moving to the 7,200? Is it way down the list? Is it early in the list?
It's one of the first. Feeder 9 is what feeds all of our major businesses on 2436. Eventually, I think we could fairly quickly build out of industrial sub to feeder 9 and start the process of converting that to 7,200 fairly inexpensively. And that takes that load off of Davis Street sub,
Okay.
and it gives us more reliable substation to feed most of the main businesses.
Well, I was following a thought process that I thought would be aligned with what you had already explained to me. So my recommendation is to, number one, go get competitive quotes for that dual tap transformer so that we can go for the currently 4160.
Yes.
4160 now, and then as soon as you are ready to do the 7200 changeover, it'll be there, it'll be ready, we won't have to buy any more transformers.
Right now it's holding, and it might last for like, a month, it might last for a year, it might go bad tomorrow. But we have a plan, if it does go bad, we'll have it repaired within,
What's your timeline for 7200 volts there?
Timeline is 10 years, but that was a projected long term.
I'll be dead in 10 years.
This is not a couple year project to convert to.
Okay, I'm gonna strongly suggest you move that timeline up.
He wants to see it in his lifetime.
I think within the next.
Beginning with the
2 to 5
memorials.
years, we can start to incorporate industrial subs slowly throughout our system. We won't get 100% filled, but we
I was
can
really
start one
more
section at a
concerned
time.
about Kevin. I know he wants to see it too.
One section at a time.
And he's been seeing it.
Okay, thank you very much.
And then the other thing with this transformer, it's a radial feed. What that means is it feeds straight through to the shopping center. There's no backup. There's no way to feed around. So it goes through this transformer and feeds C&R Supermarket, the Chinese restaurant. It feeds everything. So if this transformer fails, it kills the entire shopping.
Yeah, we did that.
And the bank.
And the bank.
We went through that.
So did it,
Storm or something.
it cut everybody down to half?
No, it's failing on the secondary side, thankfully, which is just feeding the bank.
Oh,
So it's still
okay.
feeding through even when it's failing, but if it
But it-
fails on the primary side, then it's still shut. I have a great plan of where if it does fail, the shopping center will be out for less than an hour.
Oh.
H&B will be out for 6 hours,
Okay,
till we get it.
okay, that's very reasonable.
What else you got?
Coolers.
I put a quote in there, this was, transformer destruction, so
Oh,
all
this
of our
is,
old used transformers that are no good anymore, they're pretty much obsolete, they're 2400 and they're dinosaurs.
How many?
I don't remember, I have a number on, what's my number on that? I had to do
1902.
the math myself, because he just gave me a quote off of an email I copied.
$1,902.
Right, so I was approved 10 months ago to get these transformers taken care of. The company didn't show up. I ended up canceling the order with this company.
This is for
another
all
company.
of the ones that you currently have.
Yes.
And the $1,902, is it in your budget?
It is not in the budget, but I can take it out of distribution materials.
Okay.
Is this like PCBs, contaminated kind of stuff or
Yes.
something? Okay. So this is why they're not paying us money for old copper, they're paying to dispose of it.
They're gonna pay a scrap price for the transformers, but they're also gonna, this is an estimate, so I used an average of 37 cents instead of 25 cents if it's not hot with PCBs, 50 cents if it is hot with PCBs. So I use 37 cents and it's per pound, so I put 500 pounds per transformer. Some of them are 250 pounds, some of them are 550 pounds, but, so that, I think it's not gonna be near that price, but I'm using that price as an average.
Worst case.
Worst case.
Yeah.
Yes. So I would like approval to get these transformers gone, destroyed, and documented that we destroyed them.
Okay. Chair would,
Not like it's stolen.
Yeah.
Happy work anniversary.
the chair would entertain
Yeah.
a motion, chair would entertain a motion to approve a purchase, to spend $1,902 estimated cost for disposal of the transformers at the electric department.
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion on the floor to approve the junking, removal of these transformers in an amount of $1,902. We have a second.
Second.
We have a motion on a second on the floor to approve the junking and removal of these transformers at the electric department for a cost of $1,902. Be there any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries.
Number 4 is we've been recycling scrap copper that we take it from changing poles and things like that. I would like permission to take the scrap copper money and move it into our tooling budget so our guys can buy tools for the work. This doesn't benefit the guys only, it benefits the guys, it gives them an incentive to collect the copper, scrap it, store it, and recycle it, but it's all city tools, so the money just goes to the city.
Cindy actually took care of that stuff.
Oh, okay, well, I didn't give permission, but
What was the question? What was the answer?
Cindy has already taken care of that and
Oh, she, yeah.
allocated it to the tools.
tooling budget.
So do we need to still make them?
Yeah, we probably should.
Thought they should.
Yeah. Okay, the chair would entertain a motion to approve monies received from the scrapping of copper and other materials from the electric department, that revenue be placed into the, what?
Tool budget.
Tool budget for the electric department.
I'll make that motion.
We have a motion on the floor to approve taking revenue from the sale of scrap copper and other metals by the electric department and placing those funds into the electric department tool budget. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. The ayes have it, motion carries.
Last thing was my first year solid working, and I sent a review summary of some of the things we accomplished. And the best thing was the outage We did have an outage that wasn't scheduled for a month and 15 days, except for H&B, and that's half hour, so it might not even, I don't even know if it was.
Yeah.
A month and 15 days is outstanding.
Oh,
I have a question, a
Yes.
random question.
Mhm.
The dropping of the stoplight over the weekend,
Oh, yeah.
was that planned?
No, I think someone did it, but
Was it a wide load?
The wide load hit it?
it was a little low anyway, and it set over to off to the side, so it never got hit by those wide loads, but one of them finally got it. But that's our power, but it's a MoDOT, it's a state line.
I got real issues with these wide loads coming through, they're just a bunch of idiots.
Well, I think that the number has increased
so much
because
for
of
advocate for wind
construction
power.
on
I think
70.
they turned that light on.
So once that's done, it should
Remember Jackie?
decrease.
Yeah, that's
I've
And
never
I
seen-
don't disagree.
I've never
I
seen
thought
so
there
many
was
wide
something
loads
Jackie
come through
did.
town.
Yeah, well, that, and they changed the rules on whether they had to have police escorts or something based on the width, so they're more lax now. So
Oh.
with that construction on 70, a lot more of them are coming through.
Yeah, there's tremendous.
There's something with that light, I remember when Jackie, she knows about it, that we took it over, I think, or something, because I don't think they were.
Yeah, because we've worked on it, then it's our problem.
MoDOT was working on it Saturday.
Oh,
Or
I
like-
I thought they,
Our
that
guys came, but MoDOT was working on it, that's.
because at one time they were gonna get rid of it, and then, but we opted to keep it. Jackie, I remember it happening,
Whatever.
but as long as it gets fixed.
Yeah,
I want to thank you for your work.
yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You've done a phenomenal
Great
job.
Don't get shot.
Too much.
We need to go back to the water department then, because they had scrap also, so.
You
I
got
got really
scrap?
scrap metal in my garage if somebody wants
Yeah,
to come get it.
water meters, when we changed out all the water meters, we busted it down and, yeah, all that scrap was taken to the scrap yard and money came in and we just gave it to City Hall. I don't know where you want to put it, so it should just go into the
Where do you
water
want to put
fund.
it?
I mean, because we're not employees at CIS, so I can't ask for tools or anything specifically for us. How about a monochloramine meter?
There you go.
How
Now
much,
you're
how
thinking.
much was it? Is it 12,000
One
more?
check was 700, another one was 600. No, it's not gonna be enough, I was just kidding.
Well,
I was
If my vehicle
hoping the
disappears, I'm
best.
coming looking for you.
I'm sorry.
I said, if my vehicle comes disappearing, I'm gonna come looking for you.
Let's put that on the agenda for next meeting so we can move on. All right.
What are we doing with this, the scrap for water?
Let's just put it on the next agenda. Natural gas?
Nothing.
Hello, Terry.
Mr. Mayor, we got 3 bids for the industrial development, and only one of them meets the spec. I would recommend that you award the bid to industrial sales because they're the only ones that bid the pipe and the amount that we wanted. The other was wanted us to buy a whole truckload, and this stuff has a shelf life. If you buy a whole bunch of it, that sits on the shelf, it's gonna turn that.
Is that bid in here?
No, it probably isn't.
Okay.
Anyway, the bid is $8,932.20.
And this was for,
That's for the 3-inch loop around the industrial park.
Oh, okay.
Is that the money
This is for
that?
material?
Yeah, that's for the material. You can have it all.
And we do the labor?
Yeah, we
Yes.
do labor. But they only bid the fittings. Of course, this guy bid 4,000 feet of pipe for 19,000 and 17,000. And we don't need that kind of volume of pipe.
Did he bid the right amount of pipe?
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
And this money was the tax board.
yeah. And
And
there's,
so you said that the pipe, like, I don't know if there's a difference on the amount, per unit or something by the larger amount, but you say basically you don't want to keep that
Actually,
closed around because
yeah,
it,
the per unit amount for the bigger was higher than what ended up.
oh, that is interesting.
and it doesn't,
It's
it
like
won't
four,
last forever. so-
421 a foot. And I'm like, damn, they're only getting 330.
Well, is it rust sitting out in the weather or something, or?
No, and sunlight, I guess, deteriorates UV.
Because
The yellow is a lot faster than the high density, the black and the yellow's dry.
oh, that's right, this is a metal piping, yes.
Yeah, it's plastic.
It's plastic.
It's all PE
okay.
pipe.
And there won't be any service interruptions with this.
No, we're just gonna trim it off, add to it, and we'll probably have to put a tap on it so we can purge all the air out of it after we test it. I need a motion to approve the bids for industrial sales for.
I made a motion to approve the bid from industrial
Sales.
sales
Yeah.
for the loop in the industrial park, materials, piping, etc. We will do the labor in the amount of $89,3220.
893220.
Yes.
We have a motion on the floor to approve the bid from industrial sales amount of $8,932.20 for the materials for the industrial park gas loop. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a second on the floor to approve the bid from industrial sales in the amount of $8,930.20 for materials to complete the gas loop in the industrial park. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. The ayes have it, the motion carries.
And the only other thing I got is my employees wanted me to ask if we could get that early come in and early takeoff time from 6 to 3 o'clock, just during the high temp, or during the summer months.
The electric
They all want
department did that from,
They all want that?
Yeah, they do.
6 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Would that-
Adam, he won't probably do it all the time because he's got a special needs boy that he has to take off to take to work by school early in the morning.
Sure.
But,
Would that interfere with your work orders or anything?
no, actually, having him here longer would help us.
When we set that in place, did we include the other departments as necessary?
You discussed it,
But we didn't
We
include
said
it.
that the department head could come.
they would need to cut our gas.
So that's why I'm here.
Make a motion to allow the gas department to adjust the hours by 1 hour earlier for the summer from Memorial Day to Labor Day.
I'll second it.
we have a motion and a second on the floor to allow the gas department to change their scheduled hours to begin work 1 hour earlier going forward from now through Labor Day.
Yep.
Who seconded that?
I did.
Right.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. The ayes have it, the motion carries.
That's it. Thank you.
No, thank you, Terry,
Thank you.
appreciate your work.
Yeah.
Street Department?
The dumpsters are going real well. 5 full, 5 to go. 6 and 7's on the line.
Well, I'm glad there's 5 to go, but I got a bunch of stuff to
I
bring
haven't been
over.
over there yet.
Make sure you bring your utility bill or you're not getting in there.
That's right.
That's right, they have a tough guard.
Sheriff's Axe on it.
You sending people home to
I
get their
can
utilities.
report, he now knows who I am. But I have a utility bill, he knows I'm a citizen and a resident.
Yeah, he's doing real good.
He is doing real good, he's got a nice personality
The
too.
gates really help. It's cut down. Ain't got all that buzzing through all the time. So that's really helps as well.
Have we had any issues with them dumping after hours?
Nope.
Awesome.
I figure sure they blow them barricades out.
Well, and with the cameras, it helps too.
Yeah, so. Anyway, everything's so far so good. 6 and 7's on the lot, so. The only thing, well, I've got a couple things. The sidewalk, they're gonna do the veterans, they're getting ready to pour it next week for the monument, I should say. And Harlan talked to me today, and talked to the mayor and on the phone. NM is donating the concrete, Tim Brooks donating the labor. The only thing Harlan asked was the sidewalk, the monument, it's like 9 foot to the east, a foot behind it. It's 31 feet, 4 feet. And Tim Brooks has agreed to do it free of charge. They can't get a hold of Marcus Pass if he donate. It'd take about 2 yards of extra concrete to do that sidewalk. They're gonna form it up for it when they do the others. So if that's the case, worst case scenario is 2 yards,
around $350. Just take it out of the sidewalk fund.
350 a yard or 350?
It's 171,
Okay,
the cities.
so I know it went up, but okay.
I think that's what cities got contracted. So I'd say around $350 to $400.
Worst case.
And Marcus might just donate that because he's donating all that other.
That's
But I
very,
don't know.
Very kind of them.
that's, please, share with them our thank yous and appreciation for volunteering and also for their contribution. It's very much appreciated.
Anyway, Harlan come down and then,
Okay.
so just perfect
So-
timing.
I would, the chair would entertain a motion to authorize the street department supervisor to purchase 2 yards of concrete to complete this project. And that money will come out of the $5,000 that's currently budgeted and not used for the sidewalk program if you approve it.
I'll make the motion.
We have a motion on the floor and a second to authorize the street department supervisor to utilize whatever money it costs for the 2 yards, not 200, 2 yards. Probably about, what, $350, $400?
$350, I'd say $400.
Okay, we'll authorize $400. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Ayes have it, motion carries.
Anyway, be done. The only thing that last I had is Pearl subdivision is selling lots, and they've sold some. What is that, Spalding?
Says Spalding, Jaeger, and Buck.
We have a letter here from Amanda Kleinhardt. They purchased 2 lots in Lake Park. They intend to start building somewhere around the middle of July, the 1st of August. I don't understand exactly what they're asking.
Probably is at the city road.
Yeah.
Okay.
When she messaged me, she said there was no streets,
Well,
no roads.
It's just gravel.
well, looked like a chip seal to me, but it's probably a skim of hot mix.
And, yeah.
Isn't that what you were talking about the last time, that it was?
Yeah. It
I mean,
goes around.
I mean, the deal is, aren't they supposed to, with these subdivisions, they are supposed to have a road up to city
Yeah.
standards, and then we take it over
Yeah.
at a certain point.
But this is so long ago, did the city already approve that road? Is that a city function road that we are supposed to maintain?
I guess.
Yes,
It's
it
in the
is.
minutes.
When was that established? After
Back in the
that
90s.
subdivision?
In the
So we
90s.
already took this over a long time ago, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
What-
that's
what
city
is that
street.
subdivision?
Okay.
All we did was, we oiled and chipped it back in the day, and then we gravelled it since then. But it is a
After
city.
85 and before 22, that's all.
What is the homeowner's expectation?
What's that?
What's
What is the
homeowner's
homeowner's expectation?
Probably a good road.
It says when, we were told this was our avenue to figure out when the city plans to build the roads to develop the area.
Oh, yeah. So they want to know when cities.
Yeah.
But they're talking about building a new road?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Are they just talking about?
Improving the
Improving the
current.
current.
I guess
Probably
it's like
they're-
on there.
New road also.
The new road goes on around, but that would,
And it
that'd
dead
be
ends
pearls.
too over on
Because
Yeager.
there's nothing.
It doesn't go all the way to whatever.
It's just
County
kind of dead
line.
ends, doesn't it?
The other road is no road there yet. It comes around by the railroad tracks and goes
Oh.
towards county line. But there's no road there at
What,
all.
what do you,
I would think Pearl would have to build that road,
Yep.
that road, but I was more interested
Somebody
ourselves.
probably needs to look back.
Which one are we-
at the
Yes,
whole
that's
ordinance,
exactly
He's talking about the one going this way.
See whatever the city.
But
did.
the one-
Kevin, do you have any idea when this possibly would have taken place, when it started developing?
I'm pretty sure it was in the mid-90s.
We'll have to do some homework on that.
I helped build it.
I can,
I run a scraper.
No wonder it's got problems.
No, we was told until we got all he got all the houses in there, which he never did, until now they're gonna finally do
They
something.
slowed 2 there and 2 across the road from there.
So he said, doesn't worry about that road. So we just gravelled it
And I wouldn't worry about it until the concrete trucks get done with it, they build some roads.
I'm assuming they'll want it asphalted.
Oh, I'm
someday.
sure, but you know what concrete trucks do?
Well,
Okay, tear it up.
we have a little problem,
Yeah.
okay? We have a little problem. Where's the money gonna come from to pay for the asphalt?
Exactly right.
We're
Didn't say
already,
when.
we already have negative, 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 negative. We have 1, 2, 3 accounts negative now.
Well, like I said, I would do nothing, keep it up the best you can with some gravel and let them concrete trucks. They'll test it.
Go in there and lay down some fresh gravel and make it look
They'll
nice.
just
and
keep
wait
the holes
till-
filled or bad spots.
See, they sold dirt back there, 'cause on the east end, and they'd run in and out of that
Yeah.
road. That's why it got all
Yeah.
rutted up.
But then you know, the concrete trucks be coming in there building houses, or what? George, the one, he built the shop, he was talking about.
Yeah.
On
And,
the south side and then the north side, there's a couple lots though.
you know, on that east side, there's that north-south street, and it's very good asphalt down, and you can see a line where that good asphalt stops and then the bad asphalt starts. But where he's placing his house, his garage is gonna be facing
Okay.
a road that is grass right now, and that's what he was wanting to make sure that.
Okay.
And I need to,
I would think that'd be pros.
can I ask one more question? So, yeah, I need to find out if it is a city road, so when the houses get built, do we charge them for a street cut? You know, it's the building inspector's kicking this off on me, and I don't know what to tell them, whether to charge a man $1,000.
Should be his worry about street cut.
I'm positive it's.
Well,
city street.
it is because it's the sewer going across, or the water going across.
I think we're gonna have to look into that.
We're not prepared to answer that question.
Okay,
now.
well, I
well,
just wanted to
just
throw
something
that
to
out
bring
there, so
up.
you knew why we were asking. Thank you.
So I wanted to clarify with the dumpsters, with tomorrow being a holiday,
We're on it.
there's somebody
Rain
gonna
or
be
shine.
there from 8 to 4,
Mr. Zach will be patrolling.
and Saturday too.
Figure that payroll.
All right.
Oh,
Is that in your
it
budget?
is open tomorrow?
Yeah.
The dumpsters.
The dumpsters are.
No way.
Dumpsters, that's it.
They'll be-
Zach's on
Zach
it.
will be there.
Zach volunteered.
They're closed because it's a holiday, but Zach's working.
Zach's working.
Okay.
8 to
Tomorrow
4.
and Saturday, yeah.
8 to 4, yeah.
All right.
See you.
Screen, you got anything else?
That's all I got.
Thank you, Rodney. Really appreciate you, my friend. Building inspector, nothing. Airport,
I want to thank the city and the street department and the electric department for cutting those trees at the end. They did an awesome job. It looks really good. The fuel, I have not ordered any fuel yet. We've still got 1,300 gallons, and hoping this war settling down, maybe the price will go down. When you're talking about insurance on the parade, it brought me to a question of the fly-in that we have every year in August. Is that something that should be?
You may want to come to that meeting when we have that Herma person here.
Who runs that though?
it's an airport controlled by the FAA. It's not a concern. It's an airport controlled by the FAA, isn't it not?
Well, they're gonna use the hangar that I rent, which belongs to the city. And so people will be coming in and out of that hangar. If somebody trips and falls, you're gonna have to be,
Well, that could happen anytime.
that could happen anytime, right? So it's-
I think it's nothing myself.
All right. That's all I got then.
And city attorney, do you agree?
I agree.
Good enough.
All right, thank you guys.
You're welcome, Dale. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Mosswood, pool.
Jessica informed me that one of the lifeguard chairs is in pretty bad shape this summer, probably the last summer for it. We'll need to probably budget for a new lifeguard chair, and it's around $5,000.
Is this what we can do at the end of the year when it's on?
It's an original lifeguard chair.
She said.
Is there any
Totally.
update on the safety devices we got, or the top strings or whatever?
Oh, the buoys?
Yeah.
No, they haven't mentioned anything about that.
Okay.
That's all I have.
All right, thank you very much, Annette. Presentation of bills and approval of payments. Under tab 12.
Is that, timekeeping?
Yes,
Okay.
I believe it was for 2 months.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
Lori, when you get a chance, can you send me a copy of that recommendation you brought before the board for the attorneys, that if we're not gonna do that, I might not do
Whenever we get them signed by name, we're gonna upload them to that website too. So
Oh,
we'll
okay.
talk it together with you.
Okay.
So that I have them,
Who am I signing?
whenever
it.
they.
You've already signed the recommendations that the Economic Development Tax Board brings before the board. After
Yes.
they're approved, you sign
Yes.
those. Yeah.
Yes, they're signed.
Here's that Marco contract, it's $180 a month,
Okay. Yeah.
but we definitely need to make sure that don't renew.
And we have more fuel man charges?
Yeah, $200.
Fuel man charges.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were using those anymore unless it was an emergency.
I don't know about that. Thinking it was Officer Hutton.
Is that the same one we talked about last time?
The last one was only $80.
Oh.
They're like 76 or something.
Yeah, there's enough trying to only use it.
Yeah, this one's 200. But it doesn't say where. Oh. Yeah, because they charge like 40 cents a gallon upcharge for that card.
That's not very good.
No, that's why it's emergency only.
So,
What's the point of it? Is it like run like, I mean, why is it different than the normal
I think
deals?
it can be used at more stations, I think, isn't it?
Well, from what I understand, I don't know what bills will be paid.
Oh, and so they were having issues of like, okay, I understand that. I remember that discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we haven't had that problem though in a long time, have we?
No, we haven't.
So we might be able to like get away from that?
Well, we just have to use it.
Yeah.
No, Chair to entertain a motion to approve bills payable.
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion on the floor to approve bills payable. Do we have a second?
Okay.
We have a motion second on the floor to approve bills payable. All in favor, please say aye.
I,
All opposed, please say no. Ayes have it, the motion
Well, now
carries.
Bright City was 204. Was that North Park in addition? Do you know? There's 204.
do we know how many fuel
But
man
was
charges
it-
we still have?
The 150 was on last time, so that may be the 2 months
That's
of
that's
fiber.
a question for
That North
Cindy,
Park.
probably.
I think we just need to get rid of them.
Get rid of the fuel man cards?
Or at least put them in the safe and hand them out like if they're traveling long distances.
Discount 44.
Okay, well,
Well, that's kind of a complicated subject there, because our patrol cars could be utilized at a time, day or night, where we have to take somebody to, say, Salem, Missouri, for a 96 mental health commitment for their safety. True. And unless the officer's gonna pay for that pocket at 2:30 in the morning.
You just rained on my parade.
No.
You just rained on my
Well-
parade.
let me ask a question. Is there,
Can you fill up before you go?
yeah, but that's, of course you can, but here's where I'm going with it. If there's a 40 cents per gallon upcharge using a fuel man card, wouldn't it be cheaper just to use a standard credit card?
Submit a claim to get reimbursed.
You know?
Do the departments have credit cards?
If they have $200
Just you.
on
Okay, I think this is something that needs to be,
That's something we need
Check
to
it out.
probably look
I
at.
think this ought to go over to administration committee for review, and
Yeah.
determination, and recommendation of the board of action, or no action whatsoever.
them. I highly agree.
Be there any other unfinished business? We're adjourned.
We don't get to have a.
I'll make a motion to.
We make a motion.
We have a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Let's do it during
Second.
third.
Do we have a motion, second adjourn, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Say bye. All opposed, say nay. Ayes have it, the motion carries.
No.
I apologize for that.
Get hit in the